In this video, I'm going to discuss problem number E2 and E1 of today's Code Forces contest. So basically, I'm going to discuss the same solution which will work fine for both of these problems. So the only difference in these two problems is basically of the constraint. For the problem number E2, the limit of n and k is up to 10 to the power 5, and for E1 it is up to 5000. So the solution I'm going to discuss will have a time complexity of order of n, so it will work for both of these. Okay, so let's understand the problem statement. So basically, you are given a string s, and on that string, you can perform two type of operations. Operation number one is you can delete the last character of string, and the second operation which you can perform is you can duplicate the string. So if a string is s, after duplication it will become s plus s. So it will get concatenated. So basically, for example, if your string is abc, after concatenation it will become abc abc. So here it's given that you can perform these two operations as many times as you need. Okay. So what the task is, basically you have to find the lexicographically smallest string of length exactly k that can be obtained by doing these operations on string s. Okay, so you will be given two integer n and k and a string s of size n. So the main task of your whenever if you have some string s, for getting a string of length k, either you can do by concatenating. If it's is smaller, your string is smaller than k, or you can delete if it becomes greater. So that's not a problem. The main problem is to find the lexicographically smaller one. So how can you check or see if you can get a lexicographically smaller string? Let's see with an example. Okay, let's see. This is the string you're given. So one thing which you should notice first is, after concatenating the string which is going to appended, the first character of that string will be equal to this character, the first character of your string which you already have. So when you can get a lexicographically smaller one, if at that position, after concatenating at that position, the string, the character which is coming is smaller than what it already had at that position. So in this string, if you can check in this part of the string, here one character which you can find greater than d is this one, e. Now, since by using the first operation, you can delete these characters which are coming from E up to end of the string. So you can delete these strings, and after that, if you will concatenate the left part of the string, after concatenating the character which you're going to get over here is the first character of your original string, which is D. So you can surely see that this D is smaller than E. So after doing this operation, you will get a lexicographically smaller one. So this is the first case. The first thing which you can notice uh, is whenever there is any character greater than your first character, you can trim that part of string, and you can put take the first half and concatenate that to get a lexicographically smaller one. The second point is, what if there isn't any character which is greater than the first character? In that case, if all characters are smaller, then you don't need to do this first operation, because since all characters are smaller, if you will trim or delete some characters from the end, then after concatenating, you're going to get the first character over there which will be greater than what you already had at that position. So the second point, the third point which you need to notice is what if the character you found in this string is exactly equal to your first character. Can you replace, can you get a lexicographically smaller one in that case? So suppose this is the example. So here this D and D are equal. So can you get a lexicographically smaller string if you delete this part which is coming after the D, and you will be concatenating later this first half. So for that you have to check the remaining part. Since you can just decide with this D, you have to check for the remaining parts. The remaining part of this first half is this, and for this second half it is this one. So for these you have to compare these all subsequent characters. Since this B is equal, you again you cannot decide. Again you have to check the next characters. So this BC, the point where they differ, that is the point where you can make a decision. Okay, so here at this position, this is B, this is C. So if you delete, let me change the color of the pen. Okay, so if you delete this part, so after concatenating you can see the character which you're going to get at this position. The position where you previously had C is B, which is smaller than this C. So in that case you can delete that part, and after deleting you will have this part remaining, and if you will concatenate this part it will become a D B B. So after doing this you can see the character at this position which you are getting after is smaller, so you are getting a lexicographically smaller one. So these are the two cases which you need to look for. The first one, if there is a character which is greater than your first character, then definitely you can get a lexicographically smaller one by deleting all characters after from the character which is greater than your first one. And the second case, when you found any character which is exactly equal to your first character, which is exactly equal to first character, in that case you have to compare the remaining parts. You have to compare these remaining parts to decide whether you can get a lexicographically smaller one or not. Okay, let's see how we can code this, the solution for this problem. Okay, so we are getting these two integers, two numbers n and k. So n is the size of string and k is the size of final string, the size of solution string which you need. Okay, so I'm taking this input string, and then the purpose of this first loop is basically to get a position, to check if there is any position from where you can delete the rest part from that position up to end, so that the remaining part you can concatenate and get the smaller one. So I'm iterating on from I equal to 1 to n, and I have kept I outside of this loop because at the end this I will basically pointing to the location from where I can delete the rest part from there up to end, so that the remaining part from 0 to this I portion is actually the string which can be concatenated later, which will be preserved, from which we can get a lexicographically smaller one. Okay, so basically let's understand this with one small example. So if you have a string D, B, E, and C, and I'm iterating in this using this I. So basically if this is the string, So after this loop, this first loop gets finished, my I will be at this position. So after from this I, what I will be doing this is I will remove this part which is coming from this I to n, and this remaining part I can concatenate again and again, so that I can get the first k character from this string I will get after concatenating, and that would be my solution. Okay, so in this loop I'm iterating from I equal to n. So here I'm checking the first character, first case, whenever the character at ith position is greater than character at 0th position, then in that case we can surely delete the rest part, as you saw in this example. Sorry, yeah, I'm taking this D, B, E, A. So when my I will be at this E, this E is greater than this first character D. So I will break our loop and I will be at this position. So later on I will delete this part. So this is the first case. The second case, when my character at any position is equal to my starting character. Suppose this is D, B, again D, and C is there. So when these the character, this ith character is equal to my starting character, for that part I am checking over here. So I am iterating this remaining part, since we can decide just by checking this as these two are equal. So we have to check for subsequent characters coming after this I and 0. So basically this J will run in this first part, this K will run in this second part, and we will keep comparing elements. So whenever these two elements will be equal at J and K position, then again we cannot decide on the basis of those. So we will keep incrementing our J and K. And the moment when we get the elements where this jth and kth character are not equal, there we can decide whether we have to trim this part of the string or not. So in that case we will break this loop. Okay, so here we are iterating while j is less than this one, since we have to just check for this first part, and we are also checking if k is not getting out of limit. Okay, so after this loop got break, we will check if k crossed our size of the string. In that case, it simply means that we didn't find any character which was greater than these characters. So we will put our I at the end, since we don't need to chop any element, any part of the string, and we will break finally from the complete loop. Okay, okay. And the second case, which we are testing, when k is not equal to n, when k is not equal to n over here, then we are checking if string at kth position, uh, string at kth position, this one is greater than string at jth position. Then it simply means that we can uh, we can delete this part of the string, and after that we can concatenate this part to get the smaller one. Since this b is smaller than this c, after deleting this part, the string which we have, the remaining string will be this. So if we will can concatenate this part, so the character which will come at this position will be smaller than what we already had previously. So in that case we will break, and our I After breaking, our I will be over here, so we can delete this part. Otherwise, if this is not the case, in that case we already checked up to k, so we will uh, make our I point to k, because now we need to compare from k onwards. We don't need to compare this part. Okay, so this loop got end after this loop got end, we will have our I. So if we will check if I is smaller than n, in that case we can say that we found some character in our string at ith position, such that if we delete all elements from I to n, then the rest part can be concatenated to get a length of a k length string, which will be lexicographically smallest. So again we are checking if the string which we got from 0 to I, if its size is less than k, so while this size is less than k, we will keep concatenating. Okay. After that, after the size becomes greater than equal to k, this loop will get break, and here we will check if size got become more than k, then we will keep the first k characters, and that would be our solution. Okay. So as you can see, the pretest has already been passed. Okay. So thank you guys.